A quiet apartment in a snowy Russian city on New Year's Eve, just hours into 2026. A mother sits alone at the kitchen table, staring at an empty chair where her son used to sit. The television drones on about victories and strength, but her phone holds the last message from him, sent months ago from a muddy trench in Ukraine. No updates since. She's one of thousands waiting, grieving in silence, because speaking out could mean arrest. This isn't just a statistic. This is the hidden face of the war. The Russian family shattered by a conflict that's now entering its fourth year. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on these hidden victims, the mothers, wives, sisters, and children paying the ultimate price.
The numbers are staggering, and they hit home in every corner of Russia. As of January 1st, 2026, independent estimates and confirmed data paint a grim picture. Mediazona and BBC Russian, tracking obituaries and open sources, suggest Russian military deaths could exceed 300,000, with total casualties, killed and wounded, surpassing 1.2 million. That's more than the population of many Russian cities, wiped from families forever. Ukraine's General Staff reports daily Russian losses averaging over 1,000 troops in late 2025, a pace that's only intensified. Behind each number is a shattered home, widows struggling to raise children alone, parents burying sons in their 20s, and mobilized men, ordinary civilians pulled from jobs and families in 2022, who've become cannon fodder without rotation home.
These aren't faceless soldiers to their loved ones. Take the stories emerging from groups like The Way Home, where wives and mothers of mobilized fighters have bravely demanded their men's return. In 2025, these women organized silent protests on Victory Day, laying flowers and holding signs in Red Square, pleading for demobilization. One mother told reporters, "My husband was a truck driver, not a soldier. He's been gone over 3 years. Bring him back." Their movement grew from small telegram channels to nationwide calls, highlighting how families are torn apart. Fathers missing birthdays, sons growing up without dads, and economies strained as breadwinners vanish.
But dissent comes at a cost. The Kremlin has cracked down hard. State media silences these voices, labeling protests as provocations. Women have faced harassment, arrests, and threats. In November 2025, reports surfaced of authorities torturing relatives to force deserters back to the front. Hundreds of anti-war protesters, including teenagers, have been detained since the invasion began. Yet these families persist because the pain is unbearable. Economic hardship compounds the grief. Sanctions and war spending mean rising prices, empty shelves for some essentials, and families relying on meager compensation payments that barely cover funerals.
Public fatigue is growing too. A late 2025 state poll revealed 55% of Russians expect the war to end in 2026, with many hoping for peace talks. Independent surveys show 2/3 supporting negotiations, the highest since the war started. Ordinary people whisper about the toll: children arrested for anti-war drawings, artists fleeing, and a society fraying at the edges as repression targets anyone questioning the narrative.
These hidden victims remind us that war's true price isn't just territory or tanks. It's human lives and spirits broken. Mothers lighting candles for missing sons. Wives protesting in the cold for a chance to hug their husbands again. Families navigating grief under a veil of silence. As 2026 begins, their stories demand attention. Will this be the year voices grow louder or suppression tighter?
What do you think? Can these families' quiet resistance change anything? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this moved you, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more real stories from the front lines of geopolitics. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.